And just listening to a couple of different groups, I think another way is how much you interact with social media. Some people only
Oh,
consume
how
it.
often? How often, right?
And
Or
how often? How often? But how people consume it. Do they only listen? Do they only read? But then other people are very active in their engagement, interacting with people. So that's another distinction. Yeah. But every group will be different. So anything is okay.
yeah, there's no perfect answer to this.
There is no perfect answer to this. And there's a big difference. Like everybody here is 20 and Tim and I aren't. So our relationship with social media is different. It's not, for me, it's not a very important part of my life. Maybe for young people, I think it's different. You grew up with it. Um,
Either. Yeah, me either.
so yesterday with my son, I was watching a very, very interesting documentary about Juul. Juul is e-cigarette, Juul, Juul. It's an e-cigarette. And the documentary is about how the company used social media and then all these children started to use this e-cigarette, this vaping. It's really interesting and sad and scary. So that was an example of bad use of social media. Yeah. I'll type it in the. I had forgotten about this company. Maybe you don't know it, but it's called Juul, Juul.
Yeah, never heard of it before, but
Oh,
e-cigarette has been an issue here too,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
especially among female.
Interesting, interesting. Yeah.
Has anyone smoked in our class?
There's a private question.
No, I don't know. I don't actually know.
Yeah, because
But I would definitely
Craig,
take
I
some.
mean, last year with the same class, we
Uh,
had a very serious problem with smoking,
Oh wow.
oh
and
gosh.
then mostly boys.
Yeah,
And whenever I went to the room,
yeah.
I feel like I was in a barbecue restaurant.
Oh my golly.
They're seniors from last year. They are 1C. The class is 1C, and then there are three, four boys, heavy smokers. Whenever I walk into the classroom, I feel like, oh my god. And and Zoe, do you know actually our campus is banned for any smoking.
Yeah.
No,
You
no.
are not allowed to smoke on campus,
Oh yeah, that's a good regulation.
Yeah.
but you smell cigarettes.
Yes. 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 Yeah.
Maybe somebody still will do it. Yeah.
You were simply hoping, but okay, that's one thing that we talk about the possibility of social media. I wondered how you actually divide. Um, hey, son is Esther, right? Esther.
Yes,
Okay, what did you talk about in your group?
we talk about um, social media and our influence to they bring to our life.
Mhm. So did you actually had a chance to divide your work?
No,
Not yet.
yes,
But Greg Sensei saw that Janet was sharing Canva,
yes,
so you will be using Canva.
yes,
Okay. Oh, by the way, Emma, do you Chen? Emma,
Yes,
Emma, where are you?
library.
Oh, okay. No wonder there are people behind you. It looks like a cafe. You are in the library. You are in the same team with Zoe, right?
No, me?
Uh-huh.
No, I'm with Esther and Janet.
Janet. Okay. So did you talk about how you are going to organize your talk, like who will be responsible for what.
Yes.
Let's wait for everybody to be back. I will probably just tell them, don't worry, we'll come back and chill in just a second. Okay, guys, sorry to interrupt. It's probably time. Please come back to the major room. Okay, please come back. Thank you.
We have 29 people now, so I think, how many people should we have?
Roughly, we have everybody because some left a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
Okay, Greg, you can take over.
Okay. So next week we would like to hear your ideas about how social media influences your lives. I think each group will present differently. I think Zoe's group, they were talking about the positive influence of social media on your life as well as the negative. Other groups might choose instead to one person introduces one type of social media like Facebook and talk about that. So how you present, it will be different for each group, but that's fine. And as Tim is showing us now, it doesn't really matter. You can use Canva, you can use Google Slides, you can use PowerPoint. It doesn't really matter. But each presentation should be about 5 to 6 minutes, and each person must speak. Every person in your group must speak as well. Okay? Point number 3 is you might need to meet outside of class to prepare. Okay? You can use Line. You might meet at the same time or work on it separately. Okay? But you do have to be ready for next week. So maybe let's talk to a couple of teams. How do you have any questions? So this is a little bit of unfair, but I'm going to choose one team. Team number 3 with Leo, Amanda, Amy, Himawari, Hinako. Do you have any questions or what did you talk about today?
No.
Okay, no questions. Okay.
Yes.
How will you organize your presentation?
We organize like the advantage and disadvantage, and what kind of social media we use most, like Instagram
Yes.
or Twitter or YouTube or TikTok.
Yeah.
And what kind of use of this app doing and influence our life.
Yeah. So which ones you use the most, how you use it, because something like YouTube, maybe you are only consuming it, but other things like Instagram, there's a lot more interaction with other people. So that's a big, big difference. And then the advantages and disadvantages. Well, that sounds excellent. I look forward to hearing it. I look forward to hearing that. How about Janet's group? Janet, Emma, Esther, Mirai, and Ruka. How about you? Do you have any questions? And what did you talk about?
So we will talk about the negative and positive impact of social media. And we will talk about it separately.
Okay.
Without our online.
When you say separately, what do you mean?
We got our each own slide on Canva to talk about.
Okay, so each person will talk about their experience separately.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Interesting, Janet. You said we'll talk about the negative and the positive, which is interesting. Do you feel there are more negative and positive?
I think we use it for the positive because we cannot avoid the negative.
Okay, yeah.
The same.
Interesting. Yeah, we cannot avoid the negative. Yeah, it's hard. Maybe I think you're right. We can't avoid it, but we must understand there is a negative to these aspects. I talked to a group a little bit earlier. Last night with my son, I was watching a documentary on Netflix, and it was about Juul, which is an e-cigarette. And they use social media to promote the e-cigarette. And what happened is children started using it. So it was a huge problem in North America. I don't know if it was a problem in Asia, but in North America, the social media was so good, it was so attractive that everybody wanted to use the cigarette, and unfortunately, many young children wanted to use it because they had different flavors like fruit and mint and ice cream. You know, it was terrible. So interesting. Okay, thank you, Janet. Tim, do we want to talk about another group, or is that enough?
We could probably invite one more. Just wanted to, because I haven't heard anything from group 6. So Sharon, are you here? Sharon,
Yeah.
you want to share with us what you all talk about?
Everyone in our group choose one advantage and disadvantage to make our presentation.
So,
like this.
So what topics did you cover? Like, because social media can be everything.
We don't talk about it later.
So just roughly. Okay, all right. So I think I will probably try to wrap up in 3 minutes. Just some advice for everybody and some recommendations. So I will share the screen for the very, very last time. Greg Sensei was saying the e-cigarette. Okay, for me, I am being seriously affected. You guys probably know that if you use Facebook or Instagram, when somebody on your friend list watch a video or read something somewhere, and the AI, artificial intelligence, will simply monitor your friends and everybody. So eventually, when my son was watching something stupid, I will see the video. And this is the power for the commercial purpose. Sometimes it's fun, sometimes it's nonsense. And I find it quite distracting and sometimes annoying too. But it seems to be a topic that we can talk about between me and my children. So this can be negative, can be also positive. All right. So something I wanted to tell everybody before you go. Okay. First up, you guys are wonderful. I really didn't know you can actually, yeah, you could actually go into so many details in trying to tell everybody. We didn't really have the chance to listen to team number one frame, so this is okay. So one basic rule for the next week: if you are team number one, you will start first. Okay, but we will try to do it the other way. And Greg Sensei have decided we are not going to change your members maybe for one more round, so you will have a chance to get to know each other a little bit more. So next week when you come back, just before next Wednesday, if you have Canva, the links, it's going to be a web link. If it's PowerPoint slides, whatever materials you are going to use, team leaders, please send them to me. Okay, Tuesday. So I'll be able to look into that, and maybe I will be able to help. Okay, and if something happened wrong on the day, I still have a backup. I will try to open up all 6 PowerPoint or Canva for everybody. Number 2, if you feel like you need more time, feel free to meet outside the classroom. You don't have to wait for me or Greg Sensei to find you. All right. Number 3, I think it's going to be a talk that everybody will be listening to. So don't be so nervous. Don't just try to say everything so fast. The main purpose for a presentation or a talk online or just talk to any individual person, audience is really important. So if you prepare for like 4 minutes, 5 minutes, that's okay. I wouldn't keep it as a secret. I was telling Zoe's group, you can have some questions. So when you say something throughout your presentation, at the end, you can ask people to answer the questions. And you could ask Greg Sensei for this. But for my students, if you try to answer the extra questions correctly, you will get extra points from me. Okay. And for the CSN side, if you answer something correctly, I promise you, okay, I will send a big box of gifts at the end of the semester. Okay, we do that. I will send the gift to you. So I will start taking records. So read the criteria here carefully. Interesting. There's an opening, introduction, ending, interaction. I think you are all being very well organized. So I wouldn't worry about the last part. Okay, and you can also try to see the link here. I'm not sure if I can show that. Maybe I have to go to the other side. Okay, one last thing that I will let you go, all right? Just don't worry, okay? Don't panic. We do this very often right now in the modern technology day. Okay, so next week I wanted to preserve maybe 10 minutes, okay, at the end, and we will do something very randomly. You will see your name, your team members, everybody's name here, okay? So right now you are on the same boat. I will be inviting everybody to do a very quick, responsive kind of answer. You are going to see all 6 different kind of presentations and how well, okay? And you can also evaluate yourself. You can give yourself 5 points. Don't be shy. And then at the end of it, Greg Sensei will probably try to share. We will give you something more qualitatively. Just wanted to let you know, okay? And this is the way we will try to work out together. And hopefully we will learn something from everybody, okay? And just before I let everybody go, let everybody from CSN go, you have no idea how impressed every single week, okay? And I just wanted to tell you one more thing. Last week, my students and I were in a real classroom. For some reason, they didn't look happy. They were not willing to talk to me. But today, once we put you guys on, everybody was talking. Okay? So I think they probably don't like these 2 grandpas too much. We are Oji-san, you like younger people. Okay, don't answer me. I don't want to hear your answer. All right, okay. So everybody from CSN, feel free good to go.
Okay.
And Kaohsiung students, please stay for like 5 minutes. Okay. Bye-bye.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Okay. CSN students, please write your reflections, what went well today, what didn't go well today in Google Classroom, and I'll check them tomorrow. Okay. Thank you. Bye-bye. Thank you, Taiwanese students. See you next week. Bye-bye.